Got a couple bottles with a couple leaning up. Got a couple bottles with a couple leaning up.
POPAVIST made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, we. They go, ooh la la, we like, ooh la la, we. They go, ooh la la, we. Okay, ooh la la, we. Ooh la la, we. Should never get old. Know what I mean? Like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. POPAVIST. POPAVIST TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then thank you. By all means, come on in. Over here on this channel, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews, Popavisms 101, and motivation. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. But if that sounds like something you can rock with, then before you leave this page and hit stage left, go ahead, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, you know what I mean? Smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos. And if it's not your first time and you've been supporting the channel, you've been fucking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I like to start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game. And we in the end game because tonight, baby, it's on and popping. Get your popcorn ready. Like, yeah, like KD, KyriE, Brooklyn is litty, Joel Embiid, James Harden, switch sides. Oh, they going to go at it tonight. They going to go at it. Y'all see the hat. Brooklyn and Philly. You know what I mean? Like, y'all thought I was finished? Hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, we gonna pop off tonight. And you know, I told y'all, if you've been rocking with the channel, then if you know, you know. You already know. You already knew. This is what I do every day. So tonight, yeah, that's why I'm wearing the Golden State hat. They at Denver. And I like Golden State over Denver, -1.5. Denver played last night. And of course, I'm taking Brooklyn over Philly. But hold on. I do think Philly probably will win the game. I just think it's going to be tight. It's going to be real tight, meaning it's going to be close. So that 4.5 is boss. You could be bold and jump out the window. I'm not saying Brooklyn can't win straight up, but I'm going to take the little safety now. I'm going to take that 4.5 points. And, yeah, you know, tonight we're going to see the crowd. You know, Philly, they done booed Santa Claus. I think they booed Destiny's Child, if I'm not mistaken, at one of those halftime shows. But we know Philly is ruthless. And I've been to Philly a few times, you know what I mean? Definitely went to, what is it, Gringo's or whatever, steakhouse. You know what I mean? Had a little chopped cheese and a little steak and cheese and shit. You know what I mean? We shot a video out there. Shout out to my nigga Famous, AAA. You know what I mean? We was out there shooting a little whiles ago. You know what I mean? And so Philly could be brutal, just like New York, just like Houston, just like Detroit. So I don't think he's going to be spared anything. I think it's going to be gloves off. And I'm going to try to bash your face in. You know, it's not too much they really could say. I mean, obviously, he's butcher black. Otherwise, he probably might hear some N-words thrown out there. But I don't think we're going to hear that. I think we'll hear you a coward, you a sucker, you a quitter, glad you gone. You know, you might see some pictures with the crime. Remember how they did LeBron James, you know what I mean? But tonight it should be spectacular theater. And Brooklyn coming off a lot of losses. I think they was like 3 out of their last 17 or some shit like that. Lost 11 in a row. Then lost 5 out of 6 or something wild crazy. Golden State as well. Lost 5 in a row. Brought Will Ferrell out. You know what I mean? I was super crazy, wild, funny to see him. And then obviously, you know, making fun to Klay Thompson. I think he came to All-Star game like that, or he came to one of the games. And he obviously said that was one of his favorite movies when he was in his dark time going through rehab and trying to get back, you know what I mean, to the limelight. That he would watch that movie and have some laughs. But y'all see the thumbnail, you know what I mean? That's who I'm going with tonight. Golden State, Brooklyn, 2-pick, book it. Stephen A. voice, you can book it. But let's get to what the thumb title is. And, you know, you see the title. And it's Pimpin' Ain't Easy, and, you know, it's really not. And it's not for the faintest of hearts. But in this case, we got Terrance J, you know what I mean, from 106 & Park, obviously, with the, you know, the lovely, think of her name. She got her YouTube channel now, talking about women and independence and shit. What is it, Roxy? I think, yeah, Roxy. I mean, and, you know, he getting clowned. Obviously, it's the video. See the clip where, you know, some white-looking joint. Maybe she was Spanish. Maybe she was mixed. And I guess her friend in the background is like, come on, baby. Come on, baby. She throwing her ass in it, you know what I mean? Throw that ass in the circle. Throw that ass in the circle. Chasing the cloud chasing, if you will. And the thing is, you know, he's getting clowned. And I was talking to one of my homies and shit. And he was like, well, why are they clowning him? Because he was asleep. And I'm like, yeah, it's not just because he was asleep. It's like you with a 304, or you with some jump off, or you with some rando that you took back. Some people in the comments were saying this is his house. It's definitely not his house. I mean, I've been to a few hotels before, a couple of nice joints. You know what I mean? And you could clearly see that that's a hotel phone. The sheets, the bed, the way it's out. Definitely wasn't his house. I got $20 that it wasn't his house, that it was a hotel. But anyway, he sleep like a baby. You know what I mean? I didn't really hear him snoring because the music was playing, but they was like he was snoring. They clowning him in the sense of, you know, how you fall asleep bringing randos back to your crib. Anything could have happened. And then in the day and age of women being celebrated, i.e. Cardi B, drugging niggas, taking niggas for what they got. You know, you say he's close to 40 or maybe he's 41 or something. He's up there. You know what I mean? He's in the same age bracket. You're supposed to know better. And not saying it can't happen to anybody. It could have slipped him something. Who knows? You know what I mean? That's how the condom get taken out the garbage. And, oh, Drake, hot sauce. And now you want to sue on the back line. And so it's just like he getting clowned, especially by the guys. Because it's like, bro, when you got stuff to lose, when you ain't just doing it for your first name, but you hustling for your last name, like, honor up. Yeah, honor up. You don't want to get put in these crazy situations where you being recorded, you know, anything could be done to you. And obviously they wasn't on it like that, otherwise they wouldn't record, but they still clown. You know, the video was up, so she gonna get her little publicity, her little 15 minutes of fame. I don't think it's somebody he really is into. I mean, if it is, then, you know, maybe it's a little different. You know, you sleeping. We all get caught for it. So I've seen a few women and dudes smacked in the club, out, just dead because they had too much to drink, so they passed out. And then when you try to record, like, oh, don't record my friend. Oh, that's fucked up. Well, you got to be responsible, and you can't get smacked like that. I mean, I guess if it's your birthday, you want to get shit-faced, and you just want to be in a stupor, then you could do what you want. You know, you could do what you do. We all adults here. But the thing is, for him, somebody of status, if you will, somebody of notoriety. Obviously got a couple dollars. You've been on TV for a while. You've been in a couple of movies on the acting gig. And like you somebody. You don't want to just get caught up with anybody you meeting offline. Like jumping in the DMs and they, you know what I mean, fly you out or you fly them out. I don't know if they met him at a whole, you know, met him at the bar, the local downstairs. However he met them, it's all speculation. I remember one time getting smacked and getting robbed by, you know, women that I, you know what I mean, was hooking up with. And even as a child, when Crazy Horse is taking it back, I was fucking with Vern, rest in peace, Vern. You know what I mean? The ABC Best Style Crew. You know what I mean? 41st, 42nd, my block. And you know, as a youngster, was drinking with them niggas, so I couldn't hold the liquor. I couldn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't equipped, and so I got bent. I got smacked, and it was like leather jacket weather. Had the little leather on and shit. Was by Menacent up in Harlem. And, you know, some chicks came over, was talking with them 2 chicks. And the moral of the story is I was smacked, ended up by the phone booth by Menacing, jacket going low. I didn't have a whole lot of money. I was a teenager. A couple little dollars that I did have gone. And, you know, you wake up like, well, what the fuck happened? Like, you know what I mean? WTF, what the fuck happened? In this situation, obviously, could have got, you know, could have been worse. And so you have to, you know who you're dealing with, know who's on the ID, and then even still, when it's randos and it's regular people, you know, that you're just hooking up with in the hookup culture, you take their phone, or like I said, it wasn't in his house. I don't think he was privy to do that. Now, if they were sleeping in his house overnight, then yeah, then, you know, I think Lloyd Banks, was it Lloyd Banks or was it somebody else that was like all of the phones get taken and thrown in the bag, you know what I mean? And even when we went out to LA, you know what I mean? When we went to see the premiere of On Up, you know what I mean? Shout outs to Dane, shout outs to Kanye, and that's for another video. Kanye out here looking bad with dealing with this tattoo nigga. But anyway, they wanted us to put our phones in the joint because Kim was there, a couple other important people was there. So it's like, we don't want y'all to just be recorded, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's another story. So when you a certain caliber and you dealing with, you know what I mean, scraggly wagglies and joints that just want to slide. Pretty much that's what it is, you know what I mean? You can't have them expose you, you know what I mean, and clown you bad on the internet because your reputation, that's your reputation, son. And it takes a long time to build integrity and reputation, but it only take one little slip up, one little fumble of the bag, and then now your reputation is shit. Now, this ain't gonna finish his career off. I mean, obviously, he was probably bowling both of them joints. You know what I mean? It's some Tommy Lee shit. Fly both of them out. One is front and then one is not. I said Tommy Lee, but I really mean Tommy Sotomayor. You know what I mean? I'm being funny, but I'm not. Probably was just hitting and quitting, but you fell asleep. You either drinking too much or they put Molly in your champagne and you ain't even know it. You know what I mean? That's why Rick Ross caught so much flack. And then he tried to come back around on the back end, like, you know what I mean, keep it a buck. I never raped, no, I never did none of that to nobody. I don't have to, and I agree. When you a certain caliber of person, you don't have to do any of that. That's why Chris Brown is showing the receipts of Shorty. She just wanted the D. Like, she just wanted the D. Like, you liking what you see? Everything designer, that's on me. Yeah, the swagger that I walk and all this. You just trying to fuck. And everybody was crucifying him, you know what I mean? And obviously, ironically, you know, Trey Songz, the song that I was playing, Bottles Up with him and Nicki, he's, you know what I mean, being looked at with the side eye right now for those same allegations. The point of all this being, you can't put stuff out like that, Rick Ross. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube once you say, like, put Molly's all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. Took her home. I enjoyed that. Had my way with her. She ain't even know it. Then on the back end, like, oh, nah, that ain't my style. Same thing with Cardi B. Like, people was looking up to you whether you want them to or not. So when you like, yeah, when I was in the strip club, little thirsty, simp-ass niggas that just was coming in, tricking off, and, you know what I mean? Wasn't giving them niggas no pussy, but I was definitely booking them, putting shit in their drinks, getting them, you know, drunk, and then having niggas come book them. You can't take that back. Like, that's out there. You may not be doing it now, and people do change. Tony, there was no other way. Some people are forced to change. Some people are not. And some people change because they realize, you know, they foul, scandalous, scumbag, scum of the earth ways was getting them nowhere. And then you can't win if you're not right within. So they change. And we all allowed to do that because we're human. You know what I mean? Nobody is just one way for their whole life. You can be consistent. You can be, have moral stances and certain principles that you don't move off of, you know what I mean? Like, oh, nah, I'm never backdooring it. Like, never, ever, 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 no matter how much you present to me, never doing that. Then you got some people that will move the goalposts a little bit on certain stances and switch up. Like, you be like, damn, back in 19, I mean, now you off, I mean? But the point is, we can change, and there's nothing wrong with that. But got the memory of an elephant? Yeah. Fred the Godson, rest in peace, Fred the Godson. People not going to forget that. You can't really live that down. So you have to be careful on what you say, you know what I mean? When you on these platforms, POPAVIST TV, we live, we rolling and all that shit. Then years later, like, nah, I seen the video. You clearly said woo, 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 And it's like, oh, yeah, I did say that shit. That's why you got to be careful and you got to be mindful. But, you know, back to Terrance, it's a lesson for him, I'm sure, because he got clowned. And then, you know, in the age of social media where the story is hot today, then it's not tomorrow. We're going to forget about this shit in a couple days. This shit happened a couple days ago. I'm just talking about it now. But it's a lesson for him, and it's a lesson for other men of value, or you trying to be a man of value, or you just got something to lose. Like, you don't want to get, maybe you got a wife, maybe you got a girl, you cheat, you're doing something you probably shouldn't be doing. You want to take more precautions to not, you know what I mean, be sleeping while some bitch is shaking her ass to bottoms up on, I mean, when you in the background looking like El Bozo. And that's just really what it is, you know what I mean? That's just really what it is. Let me know your thoughts. Was he like, are you like my homie I was talking to, like, but why is he getting clowned? Because he was just sleeping. They don't get, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you getting clowned because they playing you and these is randos, and you just got, and you put yourself in a vulnerable situation. That's why you got to be careful. But let me know your thoughts. Hit me with an email. Hit me with a Gmail. I mean, if you know me, hit me on the bat line. Subscribe to like the video. You already know what it is. It's your boy, POPAVIST. You was just tuned in. POPAVIST TV. We live. We rolling. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling. Back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid.